Hey guys, this is RG. Um, feel good, getting ready to go out, do my Uber job. I've been doing it for about a month now. I've been a room service waiter for 18 years. I was a limo driver, and I've been a florist for at least 20 years, due to the fact that my wife taught me after she went to school and got educated on it and became what I think is an expert, and then taught me everything she knows. I just want to go out there and I want to give shout out. I want to really thank everybody that's been staying home. I'm doing last couple of days. I did like 30 trips. One day 30 trips. Another day 26. Saturday and Sunday. That's almost 60. That's 56 multiplied by two because there's two. One to go pick up the food, one to drop off the food. I've been doing Uber Eats. So 56. That's 112 different trips where I've had to concentrate on making contact lists, transactions, or going into places, making sure I'm covered up when I have to, making sure that I'm not either contracting it or passing the coronavirus. I don't know how this camera thing works, so excuse me. Sorry, guys. I don't even know where the camera is on this damn thing. All I want to do is say thank you to all the people that have been staying home. You don't understand how much it helps for us to be out there maneuvering the streets. You know, everybody's zigzagging, trying to get people their food hot or their food cold the way it's supposed to be in timely fashion where they don't get upset because everything's already at a stress level where we don't need to add this kind of. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been all colors, all races, all sizes, all shapes that I don't see anymore in the streets that I really appreciate. Now, you know who you are. And if you see this video, you know if you're not one of those people I've talked to. Unfortunately, I've been all over the city, and there are still people out there walking their dogs, taking their children with them, strolling out with babies, in traffic, heaviest parts of the area where we are driving around, residential areas, because they think that they own the city block they live on. Yeah, you can do what you want, but I do not see any favor in my eyes because I have to deal with you every day. Okay, and I'm not eating any of the food I'm picking up. Yes, I'm making money, but I'm risking myself being out there. So I have to tell myself this, Ramon. When you see people that don't care about themselves more than you care about them, you need to go on about your business because don't let it get to you. Those people are not responsible for how they're acting right now. As their children will not be responsible how they act when they grow up. We only follow the lead set by our parents. Okay, how can you tell your grandparent to stay home or your mom and dad and you're out on the street with your kid? I mean, come on, really? I would never do that. I don't have kids. I would never risk some crazy person, some accident, some blown tires, some buddy. We're all looking at our phones now. We're all seeing because we're getting orders like zooming in, and you people are so oblivious to the car traffic out there. Are you waiting for there to be some tragedy to happen out there? Really? Seriously? Essential. Essential. You're not fooling anybody with your stupid excuses and stupid explanations you make to yourself every time you lie to yourself, fool yourself, and thinking it's okay for you to be out there. I will have sympathy for you. But you know who I have the most sympathy for? Your dog, your child, your parent, your cousin, your uncle, because you're not helping them at all. You're hurting them. Get that arrogance, that cockiness, that sense of entitlement that you have that makes you think you're different. You don't have to abide by rules, orders. Do you not understand what an order means? Do you think people are stupid? You know what it is? You're so damn indifferent. And it's not even your fault. Your parents were indifferent. Their grandparents were indifferent. Their parents didn't give a shit. Nobody cares about anybody else, I can tell you, up and down your family line, except themselves. And you're the first to cry when something happens. I didn't know this could happen to us. Go look in the mirror. Stay in your freaking house while we're trying to do our job. And get other people to where they want to do their jobs. And get food to people who really deserve to have their food taken to them, either because they're obeying an order and staying home or they're helping other people from dying, risking their own life. Get off the streets right now. Spoiled, arrogant, bratty people. Yeah, man, I get upset. But I'm going to do it right here on video. I'm not going to go out on the street and do it because I'm going to read to my mother. It's not their fault. Just like it's not their pet's fault. It's not their kid's fault. I see old people driving. Does anybody not care about that person that's 90 years old behind a wheel? 75 behind a wheel? Does there anybody in their life that gives a damn about them except themselves? And apparently not enough about themselves, because we have to stop and think. If you're at an age where you're susceptible to some kind of medical event, you have to be aware. Okay? If you're 90 years old, stay off the street, stay home. Even if you think nobody loves you or whatever, do what's good for you. Stay off the street. Just because you don't care if you're going to go out doesn't mean you have to take people with you. Bye. I got to put on my happy face because it's not the people's fault that I'm driving to. It is not their fault that I'm delivering to that are making me healthy tips. I swear I want to thank everybody that's been tipping me. I want to thank everybody that's been putting good on top of good towards me, because that's what I do in return. And I see that it pays off for everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, people out there supporting us. We're not going to miss our mortgage payment. I'm going to make my payment. Me and my wife are going to make our payments. We're going to make our payments as much as we can, because we know in order to refuel this economy, people that have the money now have to use it now. Okay? Don't hoard money. See what happens when we hoard money? Okay? You hoard money, and money's not enough right now, is it? Even a poor person can affect your life. Okay? You don't know who's touched that pole you're going to grab around the corner. You don't know who's touched that counter when you lay your hand there and you, oh, shoot. Any hard surface, you guys. Okay? Instead of just worrying about preventing ourselves from getting it, let's make sure that we prevent other people from getting it by us worrying about not getting it. Keeping our gloves on more than we should. If we touch one hard surface, take off the glove. Use another glove. That's why they make millions and billions of gloves. They're not supposed to be reused. They're supposed to be one use only, throw it away. When you're working with inanimate objects that can get you sick, yes, you can stretch it. It's not meant for that. It's meant for medical purposes. And this is a medical health situation. Every time you touch something with your glove, although it's preventing your hand from touching it, it's allowing that glove to be a sword of death. Okay? Do I really need to show you how a glove can spread disease, really? Can you not figure that on your own? I did. Try something. Put a glove on. Put two gloves on. Dip each fingertip in some paint. Walk around, something that can be cleaned up, and then notice how many places you touch that you forgot you touched. It's called transmitting. Asymptomatic, non-symptomatic, full symptomatic, doesn't matter. Just because you're not asymptomatic, that's even more that you have to worry about giving it to other people. Okay, guys. I'm going to wish myself luck. Make sure I don't take intersections for granted. Make sure I practice what I preach. Make sure I have patience for myself so that I don't let other people's actions affect my reaction in a way that's negative in my life, that takes away from the steps forward that I've been making, in my opinion, in my own humble opinion. Okay, and which is the only humble opinion that I deserve to have of myself.